This is the first ever Middle-earth movie to not beat the 2.5 hour mark. Seriously, it couldn't even be 2 hours, it could even be 2 hours and 25 minutes. Like, come on, it's the final chapter in this trilogy, you know. We gotta wrap it up in a big finale. Like, come on!
Here comes the money, 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 money. Dollar, 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 dollar.
Will you follow me? One last time.
The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. So The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, I own the extended edition to this thing. It's kind of just crazy, like, mind-blowingly, guess what's inside? Oh wait, another case for the movie. And guess what's inside that case? Oh, who cares about this? But then just 5 discs of just this movie. Well, I actually bought this because I thought I was buying the Hobbit trilogy. Oh, also, make sure to know that it's rated R. Yeah, I know. The extended edition to the final chapter of Lord of the Rings. That sucks. Why did you rate it R? I've never watched the extended edition. I plan to, because, you know, I've watched rated R before. Oh, he fell. Sonic fell. I'm not completely prohibited against rated R. I just don't watch rated R because I'm usually not allowed to. Like, I've seen Mad Max Fury Road. I've seen rated R. I've seen The Matrix. I haven't really seen rated R. But I do plan to see Baby Driver. And 8th grade. So The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies is the concluding chapter to the Hobbit series. And I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, because it's good. Now, let's just go over what I thought in the book. I've read the book of The Hobbit. I love it. It's my favorite book of all time. It's an adventure story that isn't crammed, that doesn't feel rushed, that doesn't feel unnecessarily long. Hence, it's better than the movies. Nothing against the movies. I like the first 2 Hobbit, and I really like this one as well, but nothing against those movies. Just, I think that they are a bit too crammed. Like, the subplots. Man! Azog, I've not talked about him yet. I don't know why I talked about it in either reviews, but Azog. Why is he here? Why does anybody care? Why the heck is he here? This is the only Middle-earth chapter to be rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. But for me, the Battle of the Five Armies is entertaining. Is it amazing? No. Is it a masterpiece? No. Is it compared to the first Lord of the Rings? No. It's just entertaining. And in true Hobbit fashion, it tries to be the Return of the King, just kind of trying to be its other Lord of the Rings comrades, and it doesn't entirely work. I mean, I really enjoy this movie. I think it's good, and it's better than The Unexpected Journey, but it isn't perfect. Nah, just kidding, there's not a lot of them. But let's go over some problems. Like I've said, Azog, he's jarring. He doesn't need to be here. He's not in the book at all, I think. I don't think he's ever mentioned. He might be mentioned in some story in the book, but he's not there. Which is why he's really pointless. He's pointless. He's pointless. The only movie in this series that didn't try and be the Lord of the Rings was The Desolation of Smaug. Okay, that's not entirely true, but it didn't try to be The Two Towers. Like, Unexpected Journey tries to be Fellowship of the Ring. This movie tries to be Return of the King. And Unexpected Journey, I mean, The Desolation of Smaug doesn't really try and be The Two Towers. It just tries to be awesome, and it's awesome. My thing on this movie, and the same with Unexpected Journey, is that there's just a better version of it. The Lord of the Rings. One thing I'm going to say that's going to be controversial. I like the Battle of Five Armies more than I like the books version of the Battle of Five Armies. Because a book can't really describe action. I'm still on the Lord of the Rings. I don't read books that fast. I'm still on the Fellowship of the Ring. But I'm reading it, and right now I'm at the part with the ring wraiths, and they're chasing down Frodo and Sam. And it's towards the beginning of the book. But in that book, it's not as intense as it is in the movie. This is an example I say that. Some people say the book is always better than the movie. Well, that's not entirely true. In aspects. Mainly it is, but in aspects it isn't. Because a lot of books can't really interpret things that movies can. Movies can show you. Books tell you. So, in a movie, they can really easily show you what's happening. And it's like better. The action is a lot better in movies than in books. Can books be intense? Can books be... Yes, books can be great. But they can't really portray action scene as well as a movie, because a movie is a visual representation. A book is a red. Not red, the color. You read it. In fact, this movie is mainly constructed of 2 acts. The first act and the third act. That's not true. It's like first act and second act. But it's like the second act is... The second act and the third act blend so much that they're pretty much the same act. It'd be kind of like taking a, let's take a chocolate bar. You slice it into 3 pieces. Now melt the 2 last pieces together. That's this movie. There's still a bit of a divide. You can tell there's a divide there. But they're so blended together that they're pretty much the same. But I don't love the first act of this movie. It was a bit slow. It doesn't go on a bit too long. But I think that once you hit second and third act, this movie picks up and it is epic and it is good. It's this epic battle over the Skull. It's just awesome to see. 5 armies, and they're all cool because they're all awesome armies. Let's see, you got the elves are awesome. The dwarves are awesome, even though there's like 12 of them. That's considered an army, I guess. There's the orcs. I'm forgetting 2 of them. Actually, in the book, there's like an army. I saw this movie on opening weekend. It's the only Middle-earth movie I saw on opening weekend. I saw The Desolation of Smaug and Unexpected Journey on Blu-ray. My parents bought The Lord of the Rings before I was born, so yeah, I didn't have any trouble watching those. But then I saw Unexpected Journey when I went to theaters, and I didn't like it. Do you know why? For the same reason I didn't like Iron Man 3. It's too dark. Bear in mind, that was 4 years ago. That doesn't seem like a long time, but for me it is. Because I was young then and I was stupid and everything. I specifically hated Iron Man 3, not because it had like a weird plot twist in there, not because the plot was written bad. No! Because it was scary. I should go back to my past self and then just give him the It DVD and say, put that into your Blu-ray disc. And if you take it out, I'm coming and I'm going to punch you in the face. And he's like, great. So we go, actually I shouldn't do that. If I punch him in the face, he's going to have a bruise. I'm going to have that bruise now. Whatever. This is an epic movie, and it's my longest review yet. Ironically, because this is the shortest movie. This movie's fun. It's good. It's entertaining. It does its job of ending this trilogy that I didn't particularly need to end. But it's entertaining. It's fun. And I'll give the Hobbit Battle of 5 Armies an 8. It's particularly rewatchable. Unlike Return of the King, it is like half the length. No, it isn't. That'd be 5 hours. It's entertaining to watch. I can rewatch it, so it's fun to watch. My only question about these movies is that I'm going to actually add up the time. Because on the extended edition, there's a bunch of special features. This is the movie. These are the movies. I think they split because it says movie part 1 and movie part 1, movie part 2. So I'm going to look at the length of them. Alright, so this movie's either way shorter than I thought. It's either 2 hours and 40 minutes, meaning only 20 minutes of extra content, meaning I actually paid like $5 for this. It was really cheap. But that means that this is 8-minute review, whatever. That means that this movie, it's either 2 hours and 40 minutes, or it's either 164 minutes, or yeah, this is gonna surprise you. 320 minutes? I don't think it's 320 minutes. Like, come on. How long is that? That is... Wait a minute. Oh, God. 5 hours and freaking 20 minutes? I think this is probably about 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's not that long. But there's also a bunch of more extended edition content, so I'm just gonna add it up real quickly. Alright, so that was my, 10-minute review of the Battle of 5 Armies. Well, it is my final Lord of the Rings review, which I had fun reviewing all these movies, because I'm never going to get to review them ever, because there's no more left. Yeah, there is that Silmarillion book, but we don't need adapted into a movie. We don't need every single book adapted into a movie. Thank you guys for watching 10 minutes of me talking about this movie, with most of it just me showing the case. We'll see you guys next time, because I'm getting this fast. Bye!